This video is the tutorial for the Iron Horse Boss 4 DPS Float role. We will run a standard DPS build with an Obliterate chest piece, a Vigilance backpack, and our skills will be a Firefly Demolisher to help us crack the Chungas, and a Revive Hive. There are two float role positions. There is one that is a sniper position, and then there is the DPS float. This video will show the DPS float position. The main role of the DPS float is to kill Chungas, kill snipers, and to help with ad control on doors. Our first Chunga is already out in play. We will throw our Firefly Demolisher to crack the Chunga. Continue to DPS it down until he is killed. And the Chunga will drop the first key for the key tank to pick up.
Clear.
We will now head out to continue the encounter. In the float role, you will be running around the field of play, watching for snipers to spawn on the left side of the train and on the right side of the train in between the mortars. Your other teammates will be calling out right sniper and left sniper, so it is good to listen for the cues from the other teammates. During the first phase, when the key tank puts the key in, this will spawn a Chunga. The first Chunga will come out on the left. You'll be prepared with your Firefly Demolisher to crack the Chunga. And once the Chunga is cracked, we will DPS him down until he is killed. We do not pick up the key. The key is there for key tank to retrieve. And we will continue our circuit around the field of play and watching for snipers and helping out with ad control. We will utilize our rifle with our scope to help us to shoot and kill the snipers. And we are constantly scanning, watching for snipers, watching for ads, and then waiting for the key to be put in by key tank so that it'll spawn the next Chunga. The next Chunga will come out on the right. The Chungas will alternate left and right when they come out. And we will once again Firefly the Chunga to break him, and then we will DPS him down. We'll also need to watch out for mortars while we were running around. The mortars will show up as a red circle. We can just dive roll out of the circle so that we are not hit by the mortar. Key tank has inserted the next key, which is going to spawn the next Chunga on the left.
No more Chungas, we're good.
So at this point in the phase, all Chungas have been spawned, and now we'll just continue to scan the area to watch for additional snipers and to also help out on ad control. The final mortar is down, and so now we will move to sandbags with the remainder of the team. And we will wait before we go into the water, into the aqueduct area. Once the call is made that we can move into the water, we'll move in and move to the middle. For the first phase, we stand in the center behind key tank and stagger tank. For the middle two phases, we are on the walls, and for the final phase, we are back in the middle. Once the Gatling gun has stopped firing, we will run back out and continue to help with ad control. During this phase, there will be no Chungas spawned, so we'll continue to scan and help with ad control on both doors and anywhere that is needed, and still scanning and watching for snipers. Since there are no more Chungas during this phase, we can change our Demolisher Firefly to Riot Foam to help us to control the ads. And one of the most important mechanics for the float is to constantly be on the move and to be scanning and to be watching all the ads in the doors and to be checking for snipers. And now the cannon is down, and so sandbags have been called, so we will move back to the middle again. Once again, we will not enter the aqueduct or go into the water until the call is made. While in the sandbag area, we will help to put damage on the boss. And we can also continue to assist with any ads. We will now move into the water, and we will move to the walls. And once again, once the Gatling gun stops firing, we will run back out. During this phase, there are also no Chungas, so we will continue on ad control and continue to scan for snipers. During this phase, there will be green lasers from the train that if they lock onto you, they can fire on you, damage you, and potentially kill you. So you'll have to continue to watch for the green lasers, also watch for the mortars, and try and move in and out of cover as you are floating. Standing in the sandbag area is also a good location to locate yourself so that you can scan both left and right sides of the field of play. The cannon is now down, so we will return to the sandbags with the rest of our team and continue to shoot adds and put damage on the boss.
Sniper right. Yep, right. Oh, left.
Now that we hear the sirens again, it is time to move into the water, get in the aqueduct, and once again we are against the walls for this phase, in behind one of the shields. It doesn't matter which side you pick, just as long as you are on the walls. As we head back out, there will be a Chunga. We will switch back to our Firefly Demolisher and prepare for it. It will immediately come out on the right side, so we will move over and be prepared to crack it and to kill it.
Major rockets out here.
And our Chunga is out. So we will crack it with our Firefly Demolisher and then DPS it down. Once the Chunga is down, we will continue to scan and stay in movement across the field of play. And as in the earlier phases, the Chungas will come out in an alternating order. Chunga was on right when we first came out, so the next Chunga will be on the left. We will crack the Chunga and then DPS them down.
Sniper left.
And the next key is in, which will spawn the next Chunga.
Sniper right. No more Chungas, we're good.
And at this point in the phase, there will be no more Chungas. So we'll just continue to scan, watch for adds to help on the doors, and also continue to watch for snipers to shoot. At this point, the final key has been put in. The Gatling gun has fired on the train for the last time. And we will make our way here to the sandbags with the rest of the team and wait for the sirens so that we can enter the aqueduct. Continue to DPS the boss. Now we will move into the water. For the final phase, we will be in the middle behind the shields. As the Gatling gun stops, we will run out, wait for Morozova to come out of the shack in the back, and then we will DPS and put her away. A final rocket will be fired at the train, which will end the encounter. Then we can move to the middle and pick up our final key and any remaining loot in the piles. And this ends the video for the Iron Horse Boss 4 DPS Float roll.